Hey everybody, here we have a brand new Gateway laptop, fresh in the box. It was brought to me yesterday, and basically, you're probably wondering, what are you doing with a brand new PC? Well, basically, it's a service offer. It's called the Computer Company OEM PC Wipe and Reinstall Service, and it's a complimentary service to where I actually unbox the computer, do a brief overview of the bloatware that comes on these things for you guys on YouTube, and then I do a format and reinstall of Windows to get rid of all the pre-installed junk that comes on these OEM computers. And this is my third Gateway laptop I've done this to. I did two Gateway laptops back a while ago. I guess back in, one was in 2009 and I think the other was in 2010 or 2011. And then I did an HP desktop. All three videos are on Q Computer channel. The Gateways, you have to search back a good ways to find them. In the HP, I'm not sure exactly when I uploaded that, but anyways, it's going to get started. Here's the computer, but basically there's going to be a little bit of twist to this video. The OEM wipe and reinstall procedure normally consists of reinstalling the same Windows version that comes on the computer, but this is a Windows 8 computer, and the owner has a desktop of Windows 7 and another laptop of Windows 7. He is very familiar with Windows 7 and likes Windows 7. And to be honest with you guys, Windows 8 is really a very sorry excuse for an operating system. I mean, what's the purpose of a tablet operating system on a device not designed for touch? I mean, the start screen is designed for touch. And if you watch my video where I actually installed Windows 8 on a Touch Smart, that worked out very well. But this computer is a conventional laptop, no touch, and it's not very nice to have to deal with that. So basically, if you want to put Windows 7 on your Windows 8 computer, you have to purchase a copy of Windows 7, preferably Home Premium. You can catch the OEM versions on sale anyway for about $70. So of course you'll need a copy of Windows 7 to do this. So anyways, let's go ahead and unbox this computer. Well, first I'll go ahead and show you a little bit of the box. Nothing too special here. Just ugly looking box, Gateway on it. It does tell you the specifications. First off, OS, Windows 8 64-bit. It should say Windows Smartphone 64-bit. Processor, Intel Core i3 3110M. LCD, 15.6 inch. 16 by 9 HD LED LCD display. Nice. HD graphics 4000 Intel graphics. Memory 4 gigs of DDR3. Storage 500 gig hard drive. There's a footnote. It tells you the actual format capacity is less, and actually with OEM machines it's a lot less because they have the recovery partition and everything when they're taking up a lot of your hard drive space. We have wireless LAN, which is 802.11b/g/n. Webcam is a HD webcam, so definitely not a bad machine. Battery is a 6-cell battery, and they give you Microsoft Office Trial. It's funny, it's actually listed under software, Microsoft Office Trial. I'm sure there's a lot more software on here than just that. Trust me, with OEMs, no surprise. Manufactured year 2013. This is a brand new one. So that being said, it's time to go and open the box. And the owner paid, I want to say, $350 for this at Best Buy. So definitely not too bad of a price. I definitely have to say laptops are getting pretty cheap. Which in a way that's kind of bad for the computer repair industry. Because used to be computers were expensive, and nowadays with computers being so inexpensive, when one breaks you just go buy another one. Especially when it comes to laptops. That's why I like to find laptops that need simple repairs. Anyways, here's inside the box. Let's see what we have here. Internet over a wireless network. Ensure your computer's wireless Wi-Fi is home. It tells you just blah blah. It says you must have access to a wireless network. Your computer will automatically detect and display a list of available wireless networks. Select your network. If required, enter a password. Open Internet Explorer, following any instructions. Basically, this is a little setup guide on how to set up your computer. Tells you what's included in the box. The power cord, the power adapter, the battery, user's guide. They tell you how to install the battery and how to plug the computer to the wall. It's funny. Like they really have to tell you that. And show you how to turn the computer on. Show you the smartphone OS we call Windows 8. Well, actually, no, it's a tablet operating system. Windows Phone 8 is even worse than this in terms of layout. And it's fun they had to put a big page, this a dedicated page on how to show somebody how to use Windows 8. And I'm telling you, this Windows 8 is I tell you, there's times where I try to like it. I mean, I did mention some good things about it when you actually have it on a touchscreen device like a TouchSmart from HP. But when it's on something like a regular computer, I actually have no use for it. I really don't. Which this computer will not be using Windows 8 for very long. It'll have Windows 7, and it'll actually, you could actually call this an upgrade for it. Windows 7 is much, much better of an operating system. Windows 7 is the new XP. I mean, back in 2007, this is something that many people were doing. They were upgrading from Vista to XP. Here is the laptop. There's cardboard off the side. To be honest with you, it's been a while since I opened up a brand new laptop. It's been a long time. There's the battery. That's funny, they say it's a 6-cell. Kind of a strange layout. Different what I'm usually seeing with 6-cell batteries. Very strange. Here's your power supply, power adapter. You know what's funny is it has the style plug that looks like it would fit that Acer computer I got for free. Might be useful for trying that Acer computer out. Let's see if it works. There's a power cord. And here's something that's common nowadays with OEM machines. Did you see a CD anywhere? No. Did you see a DVD anywhere? Nope. That recovery media is on this computer. If the hard drive fails, you're just out of luck. But let's go ahead and get this computer out of its protective thing. Looks almost like a pillowcase. Make sure my hands are half clean on me. Bunch of oil on my hands. And here's a shiny brand new laptop. I have to say, gateways look pretty decent. They haven't changed very much over the years. They look just like the ones I did a while back for one of the customers. Here's the protective sheet. There's your keyboard, your touchpad, a little sticker with the specs. You know what's funny is how small the sticker is. It's basic. It just tells you the specs and nothing more. Doesn't tell you about the free software they included or none of that crap. Pull this plastic off. And yes, I apologize for just talking so much, but yeah, I notice it takes me a while to actually get to everything. But anyways, just pulling this plastic off. And this computer is pretty much designed like most of the others out there nowadays. The lid is completely structured around the LCD display, which I do not like. Now here comes the fun part. It's probably the part you've all been waiting for. This will be my first time doing a new computer with Windows 8. Let's see what kind of bloatware they have on here. If you'll see some Windows 7 computers, just feel free to go back on my channel and have a look at them. Let's go ahead and take out our power cord and not forget to install the battery. I'm going to install this battery. Very simple operation. You just flip the computer over. I'm going to hold it in my hand and do it because I don't want to risk scratching up the lid on my table. This battery goes in like this and folds down. Let's get it in there. So we'll go ahead and flip this back, plug everything up, and then I'm going to switch camera view. So that way you can get a better view. Okay, here's a look at a very shiny LCD display. It's probably been a while since you've seen a display on my channel that did not have a thumbprint on it. Trust me, I've seen some very nasty displays. So let's go ahead and start this thing up. First time startup. Windows 8 is starting. Must have the secure boot. Yeah, the thing about Windows 8, you can put the OEM logo in the boot up screen. Folks, get ready for the registration. And all the software and license agreements and all the preloaded junk. Get ready for it. We're going to have a really big show here. And it's taking a while to start. It's real funny. Windows 8 is supposed to be very fast at startup. The TouchSmart I recently did the Windows 8 install was a whole lot faster than this at startup. Then again, this is the first startup ever, so it might take till Christmas, we never know. There it goes. Select the region and language. Click next. And what I chose to leave this black all the time. Any day now. Oh yeah, look here, we got the Microsoft software license terms, the end user license agreement, which, don't worry, this computer will not be running Windows 8 for long. Now they want me to put in an email address so I can receive information from Gateway. No, I don't. Which I'll just skip this. Let's run through a few basics. Let's give it a temporary name. Let's call it just Windows 8. Do you know? No spaces. Go green. So this is a temporary. Sure, we'll connect it to Wi-Fi. Let's just go to Express. I've went through this before in the Windows 8 installation video. To sign into your PC. Sign in without a Microsoft account. Local account. Call it user. And when I actually reinstall Windows, I'll give it the person's actual name. So yeah, it's my first time seeing an OEM system setup with Windows 8. And here's a preview while it treats your computer. Look here, you're gonna love this little tutorial on how to use Windows. It treats your computer like it's a handheld tablet. Right now it's showing a monitor. You know, it's funny, guys, if you go back and look at my TouchSmart video, you'll see where it treated the computer. Instead of showing a monitor, it showed a tablet. I guess that's because the TouchSmart had a touch screen. Still waiting on this thing. It's funny, it's changing colors and everything. Yeah, let's start. Yeah, let's go ahead and start navigating through the tablet, this tablet interface. And trust me, they load this full of apps. Look at all this. Look at all this crap. Like it's not bad enough when it's just Windows 8 apps that include all the gateway apps in too. Before we move on, I just want to go ahead and say one thing, and this will probably help you understand why I dislike Windows 8 so much. Windows 8 is really a response to a slight increase in tablet and smartphone usage. And think of computers like cars and smartphones and tablets like bicycles. There have been a slight increase in cycling on the streets out there nowadays. So should that mean that automakers like GM and Ford, should they just start putting handlebars and brake levers and stuff inside of cars to get rid of the steering wheel? I mean, the steering wheel is like the start menu in previous versions of Windows. This is like having road bike handlebars and brake levers inside of a, let's say, a Chevrolet pickup truck. Now, how much sense does that make? So you get the idea. Let's go ahead and go to the desktop. And of course, with OEM machines, they not only load them with a bunch of Windows 8 apps, you get this 60-day free trial of Norton, which I dislike Norton in a lot of ways. I prefer AVG because it's free. And they always give you shortcuts to eBay, Gateway My Backup, help and support, Netflix, and let's go ahead and oh, I forgot, we don't have a start menu in this version of Windows, so I can't just go through the start menu. We gotta go here. Look at this. Every time I pull the mouse cursor away, it tries to go back to the start to the desktop. Right click and say all apps. Now we'll start getting somewhere. Now let's see the actual programs here. This is why I just hate Windows 8. In Windows 7 and older version, you had a very laid out navigation interface for all your programs. Everything was inside folders, and you click the folders to open them and see everything. And this is just a big old freaking mess. I mean, just look at this crap. I tell you, no wonder Windows 8 is doing so much worse than Vista in terms of sales. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay, I've already put the Windows 7 DVD into the drive, so let's go ahead and get started here. First, what to do is go over here to the charms, go to settings, and click on change PC settings. Go to general. And I actually had to go in here and change the time zone earlier. It's a big flaw in the Windows 8 setup. This is apparently occurring on OEM machines too. When you go to install Windows 8, you'll never see any prompt to ask you what time zone you're in. It just defaults to Pacific time. So I imagine there are a lot of PCs out there that have the incorrect time zone set. Many average Joes will just change the time, saying, oh, the time's incorrect, let's just change the time. But it'll still be set to Pacific time, even though it's in a different time zone. Go here to the very bottom, say we're under Advanced Start, click on Restart Now. And then after this, we'll be having to click on something else. Okay, got it that time. Click on here to troubleshoot to get advanced tools. Let's see advanced options. Go to UEFI firmware settings. Click on restart. So now, what we're going to be doing is going over to boot options, set the legacy BIOS, exit saving changes. Now it's going to look more familiar to you guys. Press F2 to enter setup. Now we'll go over here to boot settings. Secure boot is already disabled. We're going to actually change this to go to the first option. So now the hard drive will be second. And go and kiss Windows 8 goodbye. This machine will now have more functionality with Windows 7. Now I'm just going to run through installing Windows. So anyways, if you need a tutorial on how to install Windows 7, there's one available on my channel. I'm not going to include the entire installation in this video to try to cut back on video time, but I will walk through formatting the hard drive. So let's go ahead and click next here. Click on install now. Which this DVD I'm using is a multi-installer. It can install almost every version of Windows 7. Well, pretty much, yeah, every version of Windows 7. It's a 64-bit machine, so I'll select Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit. Accept license terms. Go to Custom. And look at all of these partitions. Guys, I mentioned earlier about how, especially with these new Windows 8 computers, let's go ahead and look for the actual, look at here, only 449 gigs of primary partition space. The push button reset is 15.8 gigs. And we have another, pretty much almost another gig of extra partitions taking away from the full hard drive space. So we're going to go ahead and go through and get rid of every one of these. Now, of course, remember, if you have files, you want to back those up. And if you do want to use the OEM recovery media, you'll need to burn your DVDs first before going through and deleting these partitions. But if this machine ever gets Windows 8 again, it'll be from a Microsoft DVD. Now I have a empty drive, which in Windows will show up as 465.8 gigs when you have a 500 gig hard drive. Apply a new partition. And Windows will take care of formatting and everything when you go to install. You can go here and click format if you want to, but it automatically takes care of that when it installs if you didn't already do it. So go ahead and click next, and from here on out Windows is going to go ahead and install. And once the computer gets ready to be set up, you'll type in your username, enter your product key, set your time zone, and activate Windows, that kind of stuff, and then install drivers, which I've already downloaded drivers for this machine, and we'll get those installed. Okay, here's the end result. Well, close to that anyway. I'm still installing updates, but this new computer that originally had Windows 8 on it now has Windows 7. Have the good start menu back, and pretty much all the functionality you would pretty much want out of a computer operating system. Unlike what's on Windows 8, which is really more driven for tablets. Anyways, gotta finish installing these updates and move over to user's files from his old computer to this one and install some more software. So anyways, this is pretty much the end result of upgrading a Windows 8 computer to Windows 7. So anyways, had no questions or comments, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.